Hi, Connie. This is Barbara Quinn. Um, I read your discussion for this week on the healthcare system in China and comparing that to the US. I found it really, really interesting. Um, One of the things that I've read over and over, and it made me start thinking a little bit, is that even countries with universal health care of some kind still have disparities. So in my head, I've always felt like, well, if everybody had coverage, then we wouldn't have those disparities. And I feel like I've really had received some new insight on this. And so after I read your post, I did a little bit of digging to see if there were any other examples to see if there's a difference between disparities between countries who have universal health care and countries that don't have it. And so I found two or three articles, and I'll post them on here. One was an article by Bernio from 2016. Let me move this over here. And the title was Disparities in Surgery Among Patients with Intractable Epilepsy in a Universal Health System. It was in a journal of neurology from Canada, of course, has universal healthcare system. And what they did was look back to see were there disparities between the people who would have benefited from the surgery and whether they got it or not. And so what they found was overall, only 2% of all the people who would have benefited from surgery for that condition received it. But the majority, if they were from poor or rural areas, they were less likely to receive it. So I thought that was interesting. And then there was another article I found using the English or the system in England. You know, they've had universal health care there since 1948, a long time. And in my head, I was thinking, they've got this dialed in, right? Well, the article was comparing the disparities that they knew they had clear back in 2003 or 2004, and they put specific things in place to try to reduce those disparities. So they put a lot of effort into increasing access by putting more providers in those rural and poor areas. And they worked on the quality of healthcare that those folks were getting. But still, when they evaluated all of that work to see if there was any difference, they found that although the access had improved and the quality had improved, they still had a large disparity in those people with more, let's see, what did it say? More case fatality rate. Oh no, that was the other one. It didn't really protect